a seething sarcasm about him. He has a high intellect wit.
A fifth-generation African-American Orthodox Jew, more commonly known as MaNishtana.
Charismatic, outgoing.
Right. It's kind of a little bit of front he puts on.
I've seen his familiar face before, but we'd never spoken or anything. I just knew that he was the Jew with a hat.
20-something-year-old African-American Orthodox Jew. Ooh.
I was born Jewish. The doctors say there's nothing they can do.
No, I didn't convert. No, I'm not Ethiopian either. Not even a little bit.
How did you choose your pseudonym, MaNishtana?
Hi, I'm MaNishtana.
It actually came about when I was speaking with Wallo, Miss Jordan. And I was writing a screenplay, and he asked me if I was going to use my real name or a pseudonym.
MaNishtana are the first two words to the question, what makes this night so different from all other nights? And I chose that name as a play on, I'm a black Jew. What makes me so different from any other Jew? Which, is an interesting question because the answer is nothing and everything.
I am a Jew of color.
I am a Jew of color.
I'm a Jew of color.
I am a Jew of color.
A jock is a Jew of color. Or I guess Jew of color for screen, right? Gonna put letters in there. Jew of color. A jock.
This little white Jewish girl was just staring at me like she had no home training. Her parents weren't saying anything. So I just
jock slapped her.
Black and Jewish is like being black with more black added on. So, twice the racism, none of the fun. And I said, well, you know what? I'm tired of just experiencing these things and not, I guess, expressing them or saying anything about them. And so that's how the blog came about, so.
Someone gets jock slapped by a Jew of color every
7
minutes.
The jock slapping video, where it deals with the discriminations that we face. There's the Jewloween video, which, again, drives home the point that you can find Jews everywhere.
United States, Canada, Mexico, Panama, Haiti, Jamaica, Peru, Republic, Dominican, Cuba, Caribbean, Green and El Salvador too.
No, I'm not the only Jew of color out there. There are lots of us. We fester in pockets, mostly in New York and apparently California.
I know a Dominican Jew, a Mexican Jew, a Nigerian Jew, a Japanese Jew, and even a Jamaican Jew.
Well, my family has been black and Jewish for a couple hundred years, since like the 1800s. Before that, us being, black and all, that whole slavery thing tends to screw up records. Part of my family was free black and part was slave black, so make your own speculations there. My mother is Jewish and black. Most people try to forget that part. Or it doesn't factor into their logic. Are your parents Jewish? Yes, my parents are Jewish. Both Jewish? Well, my dad converted. Oh, so your mom's the white one. No, she's also black. Huh? So that's how that goes. And now I turn into a matzo ball. I mean, you want to Jew it up as much as possible. And you find yourself in like Jewish stores or like establishments, have to pull them out down real quick, you're like, you wipe your head and take off your hat just to freak them out a little bit and let them know you're there. My favorite blog would have to be the Open So-Called Letter. That's the one that distinguishes Hebrew Israelites from black Jews. Because, again from that, so many people were like, yes, finally, I'm glad someone's making the distinction between the two. Because, we get a bad rap from that. You get ridiculed. You're a black and Jewish, you're one of those guys, with the chainmail suits and, and the gold bandanas like you're gonna fight in Arabia somewhere. My humor derives from my struggle. Like, for example, you could ask me, are you really Jewish? And not mean that in the curious way, mean that in the really kind of way. And my first, knee-jerk reaction could be to knock the hell out of you. But with my humor, I'm just able to break you as a person and not be arrested. I used to work on the Brooklyn College Excelsior. And there were a lot of Orthodox Jews there, and one I would talk to all the time, until there was one particular holiday where we both went to the same synagogue, and we saw each other. And from then on, he never spoke to me again.
I got excited for a second there. Thought they had a black guy up there on the float. Then I realized it was just Barack Obama.
Yes, I'd say a lot of people are bothered by the fact that I'm actually Jewish. Because I guess they assume that I'm just claiming it, and I guess they find it charming or endearing until they're confronted with me walking down the street in, prayer shawl, suit and hat, and like, oh, he's actually for real. And it's always a battle of proving yourself to being enough of either one. And at any given time, you're listening to a camp that's saying, you're not one of us, you're one of them, or you're not one of them, you're one of us. I guess that's just another part of the awareness that I'm trying to perpetuate through my blog. You can be both, equally proud of both, and not selling out either one.
Look at this dude sitting right here. He's like the model, this other dude is just like, come on, man, just change it up, yo. Just make a dude look bad, yo.